Welcome to Highfield Think Tank TV, Kasoma Farouk of Uganda, with our program Uncommon Wisdom, where we go deep and analyze issues which are beyond imaginations. Today, we are on a very critical topic today, where we are going to discuss what lies ahead in 2026 in Uganda. Uganda is a landlocked country in East Africa and has been ruled by President Museven since 1986, when he came to power after guerrilla war against the regime of Milton Obote. Museven, who is now 77 years old, has won 6 consecutive elections, the latest being in January 2021, amid allegations of fraud, violence, and human rights violations. He has also amended the constitution twice to remove presidential term and age limits, allowing him to run for 7th term in 2026. However, his prolonged rule has faced increasing resistance and discontent from a large segment of the population, especially the young and urban voters, who are frustrated by his authoritarianism, corruption, nepotism, and poor governance. His main challenger in the 2021 election was Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, better known as bobiwine, a popular musician and the leader of the National Unity Platform, NUP, who appealed to the youth with his message of social justice, democracy, and change. bobiwine rejected official results that gave Museven 58% of the vote and him 35%, claiming that he had won the election with 54% and that the Electoral Commission had manipulated the figures in favor of Museven. He also filed a petition to the Supreme Court to challenge the election outcome, but later withdrew it, citing bias and interference by Museven's regime. He vowed to continue his struggle through peaceful protests and international pressure. The political situation in Uganda is therefore tense and uncertain, as Museven faces growing opposition and criticism both at home and abroad. Many observers and analysts have warned that Uganda may face a political crisis in 2026, when Museven is expected to run for another term or try to hand over power to his son and senior advisor Moses Kainerugaba. The following are some of the factors that could shape Uganda's political future in 2026 and beyond. Number 1, the role of the security forces. Museven has relied heavily on the security forces, especially the army and police, to maintain his grip on power and suppress dissent. He has appointed loyalists and relatives to key positions in the security sector and has increased their budget and privileges. However, there are signs of discontent and divisions within the security forces, as some forces and officers have expressed sympathy and support for bobiwine or other opposition figures. There have also been reports of defections or mutinies among some soldiers or police officers. Moreover, there is a possibility of external or internal pressure or intervention to reform or restructure the security forces as part of the democratic transition or power sharing deal. Therefore, the role of the security forces in 2026 will be crucial in determining whether Museven will be able to secure another term or face a military coup or uprising. Then the strength of the opposition. Bobiwine has emerged as the most popular and charismatic opposition leader in Uganda's history, attracting millions of supporters across the country and abroad. He has also formed alliances with other opposition parties and civil society groups under the ban of NUP. However, he faces several challenges and obstacles in his quest to oust Museven or force him to negotiate a peaceful exit. He has been subjected to constant harassment, intimidation, arrest, torture, and assassination attempts by Museveni's agents. He has also been denied access to media, public avenues, or legal recourse by Museveni's regime. He has also faced internal disputes and defections within his party, or coalitions over strategy, ideology, or resources. Moreover, he has not articulated a clear vision or agenda for Uganda's future beyond his slogan of people power. Therefore, the strength of bobiwine and his allies in 2026 will depend on their ability to overcome these challenges and obstacles and present a credible alternative to Museveni's rule. Then, the influence of external actors. Uganda's politics have been influenced by various external actors, such as regional neighbors, international donors, multilateral organizations, civil society groups, diaspora communities, and media outlets. Some of these actors have supported or endorsed Museveni's rule, while others have criticized or condemned it. Some have also tried to mediate or facilitate dialogue between Museven and his opponents, while others have imposed the sanctions or pressure on Museveni's regime. Therefore, the influence of external actors in 2026 will depend on their interests, values, strategies, and leverage over Uganda's affairs. Then, the impact of social and economic factors. Uganda's society and economy have undergone significant changes since Museveni came to power in 1986. The population has grown from about 15 million to about 46 million, with more than half being under 18 years old. The urbanization rate has increased from about 10% to about 25%, with more people living in cities and towns. The literacy rate has improved from about 50% to about 75%, with more people having access to education and information. The poverty rate has declined from about 60% to about 20%, with more people having access to basic services and opportunities. However, these changes have also brought new challenges and problems such as unemployment, inequality, crime, corruption, environmental degradation, and social unrest. Therefore, the impact of social and economic factors in 2026 will depend on how Museveni's government or his successor will address these challenges and problems and meet the expectations and aspirations of the people. Therefore, we are saying Uganda may face a political crisis in 2026 as Museveni's rule is increasingly contested and resisted by a large segment of the population, especially the youth, who are demanding change and democracy. The outcome of this crisis will depend on various factors, such as the role of security forces, the strength of the opposition, the influence of external actors, and the impact of social and economic factors. You can still subscribe on our YouTube channel for more of this analysis. Thank you very much. Welcome to Highfield Think Tank TV, Kasoma Farouk of Uganda, with our program Uncommon Wisdom, where we go deep and analyze issues which are beyond imaginations. Today, we are on a very critical topic where we are going to discuss what lies ahead in 2026